Okay, here's a little helpful video to get you through worksheet 3.1. It's called Geometric Algebra and Multiplication. And really what we're talking about with geometric algebra is that we can use lengths of line segments like in geometry to represent numbers. In this case, just some random number x and some other number y can be represented by these particular lengths. And so what we're talking about here in the example, 2x is simply x plus x, or taking that length and adding it to itself. Okay, I can do that very simply by just taking a scrap of paper and marking it off with length x and y, and then coming over and measuring off one amount x and then another amount x, and then that gives me 2x. Alright, so I want you just to do these real simple additions or subtractions. In this case, x plus y is just going to be x, the length x, plus the length y, and then you can label that x plus y. That's the two amounts together. And then here, x minus y, you first measure x, so you go out the x amount, but then you come back the y amount, and then this length here is x minus y. Okay? When we go to multiply lengths, that's really just like having the area of a rectangle. Alright? So whatever I decide, if this is some random amount x, and then I'm going down some amount y, like that, then the area of this rectangle is really what we're talking about when we have the product of x times y. Alright? So this is really handy way to visualize multiplying what are called binomials when you have two things, a plus b or a minus b, two things being multiplied by two other things. This is where the foiling comes in. So I have an example here. This is a length that's just some amount x and then some determined amount that we'll call our unit 1. So 2 ones makes 2, so this represents x plus 2, this length right here. This length then represents, guess what? X plus 1. And so by multiplying these two, we simply look at the amount we've got here, alright, in terms of area. So I can represent that right here with this, okay? So here's this top amount is x plus 1, and if I'm multiplying that by another amount that's x plus 1, this is x plus 1 this way, and then I'll have an amount there that's x squared plus 2x plus 1. If I have x plus 1 times x plus 2, okay, there's x plus 2, then I would have the area, when I multiply these, of x squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay? So what I want you to do in this worksheet is simply work through the geometry of these simple products, alright, by just representing the lengths that represent the amount in the parentheses here. So I'll do this one for you. This is x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. Alright? So all I need is to get an amount that's x plus 1 on the top. Well, we've already got that. But then I have to continue that to the amount that's 2x plus 1. Well, this is 1x, so I need another vertical amount of 1x, and then I've got to keep that width of x plus 1, or 1 plus x, and I'm going to go like that. And actually this is 2x plus 1, so there's my plus 1 part, and then there will be one corner needed to fill it in to make that a rectangle that has the dimensions x plus 1 and 2x plus 1. Okay, so you can see that then when I multiply these, I've got a total of 2x squareds plus 3x plus 1. So that total area then would be 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. And you'll see that when I go to FOIL this out, and I've got x plus 1 times 2x plus 1, that when I do the first terms, I get 2x squared. When I do the outside terms, this is the f, and then I do the o. The outside terms will give me plus x. The inside terms will give me plus 2x, and then the last terms, the l, will give me 1. And I can combine these middle ones, and I get 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. That's how we FOIL out two binomials. Alright, thanks a lot.